So I've been thinking an awful lot about Jace. As a character, I want to root for him, and I think that most people, especially by this point in the story, are going to be inclined to. But having rewatched the first 3 episodes a few times, just as background noise while working on other things this last week, there's just a few little details that are really sticking out to me as very troubling for the potential of the future of this character. And got me really worried about him. It's actually shifted my perspective. I've been semi-worried about what personality Victor might hold, but I'm actually more convinced now that he is all that he seems, whereas Jace, not so convinced. First little bit of concern I have came from the flashback, where his mother and himself are saved from the blizzard by the, I believe, as yet unnamed arcane sorcerer. He wakes up, or, gets out of his daze. He takes a brief look at his mom. A very brief, like she was dying and now she's not. It was a panic moment. A brief look at her, and the first thing this kid says is how. Not thank you, not saying anything to the mom. That's where he jumped to immediately. And that points to a degree of power obsession that I think might make his future in the development of this technology / magic perhaps a dangerous one, in that he should not be the person leading this. If that was all that there was, I wouldn't be thinking this. But the second little bit of information came after he went to the estate of the people who sponsored him. And the girl, who was clearly into him, although she says they're just friends, is still, despite the entire thing collapsing, she's still clearly expressing interest in him. There's hope there. He's not imprisoned. He's still, even though it's potentially a Romeo and Juliet situation, she's still a potential friend of his. He's not lost everything. He's still got his mom. He's got his freedom. He's family. It's not a happy situation. He's lost much of his life's work. And it makes sense for him to be very depressed in this moment, but there should still be shining beacons. And yet, the next scene we see him in, I believe, he tries to kill himself, or he's about to. In a story that's not about suicide, that I question this. In the real world, any number of factors can lead to somebody committing suicide, and I wouldn't overanalyze someone's mental state like this. But in a story, especially a story that which does not focus on suicide, I can only see a character committing suicide to be indicative of something greater for us to look at. If the story was about suicide, for instance, spoilers for House, one of the major characters in one of the later seasons, out of nowhere, kills himself, and it ends up generally being a lesson on how you don't always spot the signs of depression and anxiety and all the different factors that can lead someone to making that decision. In Arcane, I can only think of why he would. Because again, he's got all these things going for him. He's It's not perfect, but he's still got some winning cards in terms of his life to live. But the one thing he didn't have was the power. All I can see this is a quest for that power that wowed and amazed him one time, that has completely driven him and honestly makes me question how genuine his relationship with that girl is. Whether or not he was just using her. Because my take on that scene now is he was entirely there to try a last-ditch effort to curry favor with them, to get back in and to the potential of having his angle at power again. And when that failed, he had nothing left, despite the cropping of the relationship with her should have been at least something out of that to keep him going. I don't think Jace is evil or that he's scheming. I don't think it's like that direct on the nose. But I feel like his character has become so obsessed with this point of interest that is all that drives him, which is an extremely unhealthy mental state that I could see him taking on a more villainous way of thinking going forward, as he becomes so obsessed with believing that he's right to continue seeking this, and he'll sacrifice whatever and whoever along the way to get it. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. Honestly, in a lot of ways, that single-minded obsession that can span over years and years and years, to the point where he didn't even thank his mom for saving him from banishment or imprisonment. He was mad at her, which was another wow scene. Just pointing me in this thought process direction. He reminds me of how Silco's character seems to be playing out. How it appears to have been at least like a decade, maybe a little less, but whatever, since his falling out with Vander, and yet he's still driven. That single-minded goal of obtaining respect for the Undercity and the people there, the poor. And it's not like he's completely wrong. There's merits to his argument. But what he's willing to do for it all, you question whether he is the right person to be pushing for this. And I think Jace is going to be much the same way. And I think, honestly, Victor might be the only thing that can stop him from going to the worst angles. Not necessarily that they have that close of a relationship, but I don't know. Full reactions are available on Patreon. Or if you want, you can pull up your copy of Arcane, Episode 4 of Season 1. Happy Progress Day, and press play on it when I press play when the timer reaches 0. I'm suspecting Happy Progress Day is going to be more of the, the Hextech stuff. Ooh. Who are we going to see you talk with first? Victor? Because he pretty much betrayed you. And not pretty much, he betrayed you. Ooh. That's good. Has there been a long stretch of time? I mentioned that it felt like there could be a time skip. What was his name? I'll never remember that, but okay. Starting the timer at 47 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, go. He looks like Dr. Octopus. Ooh, we've jumped forward a lot. How much? I'm sorry if I missed like a 5 years later or something like that. Oh. He still wants nothing to do with it, even if he's come to accept what it's brought. It's an entirely different world, isn't it? So are these just completely revolutionizing? Revolutionizing. Might not be a word. Might be using that wrong. Transport in this world? Okay. This is the kind of thing where, yeah, okay, I'm on episode 4. It's the kind of thing where I have to make sure I'm on the correct episode. I swear it looks like he's got a keyblade. I wonder if the one who looks like Tracer is like an older Vi, because she's got the gauntlets. Maybe. Built over Progress Day. They are robots too. I like it. This is like Tomorrowland. Wow, he's become that kind of a figure too. Who's the blue-bearded gentleman to the left? Is he the Yeah! Joined the enforcers? What are you ribbing her for? Kind of being a dick, but I think it is in good faith. Good-hearted, anyway. Now, how has the monster situation progressed? Because that seemed like it was a soon plan. Ooh, other character from the intro. I wonder if it's Powder. That's my main guess, yep. Weren't she the one who was working with, Silico? Did she have an arm? Wait, maybe it was just her arm that got blown off. I think that is her. I could be mistaken on the face. I'm gonna take a look at her arm when we get a full shot of her. Starting the timer at 6:22 and 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, with the gizmos, maybe. The firelights? Ooh, yeah, King Boomy's creeping crystal. Made a Geminite. Ooh. I'm sorry if I'm by the way, I'm sorry if I'm just being stupid and we already know this character. Not great. I really do think. Okay, so none of these folks are Powder. Alright. Maybe I'm wrong. I think I like being wrong this time. Boo? Boom. Oh, shit. Does that gas do anything? Or is it just smoke screen? That's Powder. She's gotten a little better at making these things, huh? I'll take that win. And is she like just infamously recognized? Because they were like, it's her! Hello! Headed backwards! And it's so backwards! Somebody kick it! Ah! I know they're not gonna die right now, but it'd be so fucking crazy if they did. Whoa! I know she's not gonna die. That'd be so stupid. But yeah, the skateboard might die. The flying skateboard. of hovering. It's a hoverboard. Yeah, so she is with Silco still. And that's gotta be the same lady. Ah! Nah, I don't buy it. I'm looking forward to seeing Marcus. They're really hiding that left arm of hers. It's gotta be Robo or something. Wow, they're just so much more refined now. Does it look? Does Victor look more frail? Okay, so the refined nature is the new innovation. I'm getting worried that the better this gets, though, the more we get to a position where it's magic for dummies. I know, absolutely might be a relative term. In the wrong hands? Ooh, you got the Infinity Gauntlet. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, imagine Vi with one of those. Thinking about the good benefits of this. That's I take it back. You're Doctor Octopus, and he literally is working on like a prosthetic limb too, like with extreme precision. Oh, ah! Just work on not being unprofessional with aspects of it. I will say that it. I'd cut that in half at least. Given how far along it appears their research already is. Not that I disagree with Heimerdinger that you need to take a safe, slow approach. I just think his number was. He's being a little aggressive on how long they needed. I really want to get to Marcus because his character finally really got interesting for me in the last episode. One of the regrettable bits of a time skip, really. Ooh. Alright, James Bond. Ooh, she doing like a Batman detective mode thing right here. Or more like Dexter Morgan. It would take your flavor. They took Vi, too. Is it a known symbol? I think so. Let's hear it. You're kind of missing the point here. Are you Marcus? Probably right. Huh. Ooh, the Undercity has been seeing some changes, hasn't it? I thought Top Hat Dude was Silco for a second. I was like, he changed his whole look. So we've entered the 70s in Piltover, have we? Nah, it's not really disco lighting. Oh, come on. Y'all say, yeah, saying the same shit that Milo did. Are we repeating history? Wow. She's probably your most loyal worker, too. Woohoo. Did she not see Vi? Or was it not Vi and it just looked like her? I don't think that's the case. Is this creepy? It wasn't her? Oh, my bad. I must misinterpret that badly. I'll pull back to it just to make sure I'm on the same page with the TV show. Okay, so it's not her? My bad. I didn't pick up on that. If it is her, she spared her, though, so that's good, because the body was gone. She brought it with her and didn't tell anybody. My bad if on that point. This concerning scene, starting the timer at 1848. In 3, 2, 1, go. Whose distorted perception was that? It's hers. Jinx. That's right, he said that, didn't he? Ooh. Taking those toxins out. Ah, come on. Damn. A little bit more of an aggressive relationship with him than Vander, huh? Hey, it's the one council member. And there's the other. Cool. Ah, there she is. Oh my. It all burning down around him. Was that symbolic? Oh no, is he gonna try and undermine Heimerdinger here? I see. I generally still agree with my own thought process on the meaning of the scientific progress that was going on there in the Jace versus Heimerdinger thought process from episode 2 and leading into episode 3, but although he's a little extreme, I think Heimerdinger is just generally representing a more good faith concern of his position than is really being respected right now, and I think that it's not listening to him at all could prove disastrous. Starting the timer at 21:32 and 3, 2, 1, go. I would imagine. Hold on. She also wants to line her own pockets, too, obviously. The poorest among her rich family, I believe she put it, despite being the richest in Piltover. Okay, so it wasn't her. I wonder if part of the thing with that is that her materials for these things have gotten better. Oh, God. So, yeah, hallucinations. Damn. Oh, and is that the skeleton or is it just like a robot she's made? Woohoo! He is frailer. I wasn't being crazy earlier. You just stand back. You look cool. Be like, oh, distinguished. Dude, I think I'm right about him working on the prosthetics, though. Whatever's wrong with him is more than just the leg, but God, I really do still think I'm right about what I said earlier about him. And in a perfect world, he'd never be pushed into a situation where he could do worse things. But I don't think the show's gonna be that kind to him. And I don't think he's evil or anything like that. Let me be very clear. I honestly don't think any of the characters in this show are outright evil, except possibly Powder at the moment, but mostly craziness that led her there than any sense of malice. I understand why that would be a clap point, but I'm surprised it ended up being a cheer point, just how he was moving the energy of the speech. Is there a crack in it? Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. No, I think that's just a shimmer. See what I'm talking about at the top here? I'm thinking like from maybe when he bopped it before. Maybe. Starting the timer at 25, 24, and 3, 2, 1, go. It looks like a crack, but they didn't really make it all that dramatic either, so I'm not sure. Come on, man. In due time, come on. Show them the robot arm stuff, just don't specify the power source. Like you can give him a little. You can give him a little without making it. Did he genuinely make the right decision there? Or was something else going on? Because that didn't seem like just his thought process changing, though it might have just been it might have just been artistic, however they do it. It felt like something else was going on there. I mean, wow. All right, all right, all right. Is that the bomb that Powder just set off? I should probably call her Jinx. No, it's not. She was nowhere near this area. That's a trick. Ooh. But yeah, how are you gonna expect the guy to have just completely revolutionize the world every year? Ah, it is Powder! Oh god! Oh god, she's completely operating on her own now too. This isn't what Silco wanted. He had long form plans. She's just an agent of chaos. I was gonna say that shouldn't be it. We got like a 40-minute episode here. We're seeing. It's nice seeing that he's officially on the council now. Yeah, you can't cause a depression at this point. If we take her word at it completely, that it's a global shipping market, and this theoretically did make them major. We got world leaders coming from all over the world every single year. Yeah, that just shutting that down, it'd be like turning off the mail. Global Great Depression immediately. Tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people just gonna die. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like you've come too far. You can't. If that's what your technology is being used for, you can't just turn it off. I mean, forget these guys. He just wants to line his pockets. That's what he's worried about. But there is a real human cost there. Like you said, the people losing their incomes. That's not an option. Like, maybe shut it down for a couple days, renew safety protocols, put together a committee, whatever you have to do. But when the Unabomber was sending packages through the mail, I think I've got the right guy. Maybe it's the Zodiac I'm thinking of. We couldn't just shut down the mail forever. I get that this is a little bit more dramatic of a situation, but nonetheless, there's not really a case in favor of completely shutting it down that I see. Starting the timer at 29, 20, and 3, 2, 1, go. Is Heimerdinger speaking for him? I'm not sure. It won't just be the city if what you describe is true. War? Oh, he's not in the council. Okay. Maybe if Heimerdinger steps down. Oh no. Is Silco or the other woman gonna be furious with her? Yep. Ooh, his voice sounds entirely different when he's yelling. Oh god. I think that is his skeleton. He's neutral on this, like, this is great, but um no. Close enough, but no. But I became one of them. That'll give you. Is it? Okay. Kate, Kate, Kate. I can remember Kate. Simple. You fired her? Yeah, stand up for yourself. Fuck yeah. Stillwater Hold, I think it said it was called. Is it like a fortress or is it a prison? I think it's a prison. This makes more sense as a prison than a. Yeah. All right, same guy. Oh, you. Well, that didn't go as expected. But he won't be able to talk back. Yes! Marcus imprisoned her afterwards. Okay. And I forget the little tattoo. Like, was that there the whole time? I'm stupid. Okay. Oh! And this connects a group of characters that as yet have not properly met. I didn't have subtitles going this entire episode. I keep turning them on and they keep turning themselves off. I'll have to re-edit this, like, to make that work. Annoying, but doable. Let's listen to this final song. Luckily, I didn't pause too excessively in this episode. Starting the timer at 36:57. In 3, 2, 1, go. Did I skip the music? Oh, okay. Most interested in the. No, I'm interested in everything, but the generally stuck position, caged in, that Silco seems to have found himself in, that is Jace's insane progress has completely cut off his own schemes. It seems where his timeline didn't quite proceed as he might have wished. He's still doing okay, and he's improved his position, but this isn't where he wanted things to be in this time. But yeah, the timer version's actually a little easier to edit. in the full version, because I got the time code. Magic. See you guys at the next episode.